Archive, Secret Stories, File 12B. Location, University Dormitory, Ohio. Date retrieved, October 5, 2022. This file was recovered from a student dormitory on the northern campus. Multiple witnesses reported strange phenomena in room 314. Subjects, 4 students, ages 19 to 22. All first-year residents. Room 314 appears ordinary at first glance. Single bed, desk, wardrobe. Walls painted pale gray. Ceiling tiles intact. Yet several reports describe audible pulsing coming from the walls. It starts subtly. A low thump. 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 At first, students assumed it was plumbing or a nearby elevator. No pipes or machinery exist adjacent to the walls. Over the course of 3 nights, the pulsing increased in intensity. Students report the feeling of pressure against the chest. Some describe it as a heartbeat, deep, rhythmic, slow. Others say the walls breathe in and out. One witness, Jay Harper, recorded audio on his phone. The waveform shows small fluctuations, irregular pulses, but no human voice or mechanical source. The students swear they could feel movement through the floorboards and wall panels. Investigators note that during nocturnal observations, lights would dim inexplicably. Thermometers dropped 2 to 3 degrees. Objects on desks, pens, notebooks shifted slightly overnight. On the 4th night, the room exhibited stronger behavior. Students reported sudden constriction, walls pressing inward slowly. Desks and chairs seemed heavier, air thickened. Witness L. Nguyen described feeling as though the walls grabbed at her skin. She described a sensation of being drawn into the walls. "It's like the room is alive, trying to swallow us," she wrote in her notes. Cameras set up in the room recorded minimal activity. No shadows, no figures. Yet subtle warping is visible in the corners, slight distortions like heat waves. During the 5th night, all 4 students were in the room simultaneously. They reported synchronized sensations of constriction. Heartbeat-like pulses intensified. One student describes hearing a deep inhalation through the walls. The next morning, all 4 occupants were awake. No injuries reported. Room appeared normal at first glance, but investigators noted changes in furniture placement. Desk against the south wall. Wardrobe slightly rotated. Bed shifted inches to the left. Personal belongings were untouched, yet the arrangement was subtly altered. No footprints on the carpet. No marks on walls. Audio recordings captured a faint, low-frequency hum overnight. Frequency increased at irregular intervals. The hum was not audible to those in the room during the day, only at night. One student attempted to leave the room early, but reported the door resisting. It did not lock. It simply felt heavier, unmovable. After several attempts, the door swung open with ease. The students documented each night in detail. All agreed the room breathed. They could not explain how furniture moved. No sign of external interference.
Campus security conducted an inspection. No mechanical faults found, no structural anomalies detected. Investigators left room 314 alone for 2 weeks. Upon return, the room exhibited new alterations. Corners of the ceiling appeared warped. A faint smell of damp earth noted.
Archive Secret Stories, File ID 122, Continuation. University Dormitory, Ohio. Date logged, October 19th, 2022. 2 weeks after initial recordings, Room 314 exhibited increased activity. Furniture shifts were more pronounced. Beds and chairs rotated almost imperceptibly each night. Walls thumped continuously. Students reported the air thickening. Breathing became difficult. The heartbeat intensified. One occupant described it as the room inhaling, then exhaling around them. Cameras recorded faint distortions. Corners of the walls appeared to swell slightly. Ceiling panels rippled. No human presence detected. On night 5, a student attempted to sleep under a blanket on the floor. At 2:23 a.m., they awoke to a pressure on their chest, the sensation of being pressed toward the wall. They described hearing a wet, slow inhale, like lungs expanding behind the paint. Audio logs captured low-frequency thumps, undetectable by human hearing. One student's smartphone recorded micro-vibrations in the walls. During night 6, all 4 students reported the room contracting simultaneously. Walls seemed to pulse together. Airflow changed. Windows rattled faintly. The students attempted to leave. Doors resisted. Frames warped slightly, preventing smooth exit. After several minutes, one door opened with a quiet, suction-like sound. The students fled room 314 temporarily. Security inspection revealed no mechanical obstruction, no external interference. Upon re-entry 2 nights later, they discovered further changes. Walls slightly bowed, ceiling slightly lowered, floorboards seemed subtly uneven. Objects on desks, notebooks, cups appeared arranged in geometric patterns, not present previously. No fingerprints detected. One student attempted to document the phenomenon with a digital recorder. The device captured a faint voice-like pulse, repeating in a distorted cadence. Not human, not identifiable. By night 8, the room's behavior escalated. Walls pressed inward violently, forcing students to brace against furniture. Air became thick, humid. Heartbeat sensation increased. One student reported seeing the walls breathe visually. Subtle movement, like a slow rhythmic expansion and contraction. They describe it as watching a living entity inhale and exhale. Final night of observation. Students left logs describing overwhelming fear. They attempted to leave at 3:02 a.m. Doors resisted. Walls seemed to push, then relax. The next morning, room 314 appeared empty, furniture rearranged, desks aligned differently, beds rotated. No students present. Campus security found no trace of the occupants, no footprints in the hallway, no signs of abduction or foul play. Audio recordings captured one final pulse, a deep, wet inhale, then silence. The room remains occupied in campus records.
Doors and windows functional, yet all subsequent residents report subtle pulsing and movement. File closed. Further investigation pending. Secret Stories.